site. ubnt.com, and it's called Outdoor Wireless Link Calculator and AirLink, and so you can download that and run it on your own computer if you want. Okay? So what I have set up here, you can obviously move in and out. Okay, we're going to move in a little closer. There's Tear Lake, and you can see right here the end of the road up there by Sherwood Rintala's farm. And we're going to put that right about there, because I think that's pretty close to where we're at. Okay, now on the other side, I don't know where I got this, where I stuck the other end for right now. Okay, so there's the golf course road. Let's take and go in a little more. Okay, so now we've zoomed in enough where we can get to the tower area. Should be right about, well, now let's be, whoop. Let's move that over here. Okay, and we'll go down. So this is the link that we're looking at. Okay, and up on the top here on the link simulation, you can see that we're about button up on the hillside there. Okay, so let's go down here, and the height of the blue one is 20 meters, which is at the clubhouse. The height of the Tear Lake one is 13 meters, which is on the tower. It's up there about 35-40 feet. So 13 meters is going to be a little over 40 feet, I believe. Yeah. Okay. We have the ability to go down here and select a nano bridge, because we are doing the nano bridge deal. And if you change the antenna gain here, it will pop down the devices that run at that particular DBI gain, antenna gain. Okay, this one over here is a nano station. Okay, let's take and bring this guy up to, I'm trying to remember if it's 24, we'll try 24, 20 dB air grid.
Nano station? How wide of a
rocket?
beam?
Okay.
Rocket? Are those 15 dB?
The rockets, and let's see, some of them are 15. I think my sector antenna one is 15. So let's bring this back down to 15.
I think 24 is too much.
24 is with the dish.
Yeah.
Okay. So here what we're looking at is we specified a nano bridge, which is the El Cheapos. I bought 5. Keith bought 5 of these things. The dishes are about this big around. They're M2, they're dual polarity, and we're able to use them. The part I don't understand is that as I talk to other people around the country, the nano bridges seem to be limited to about 10 miles, and then they start to fade out. And Dan probably can explain to us why at 18 dB they don't do as well as, say, a 15 dB doing something different. Now these are focused, pretty much focused point-to-point antennas. The rocket that I have has got a 120 degree sector antenna. Yeah, so from up at Tear Lake, okay, from here, I mean, if you take a look and we go up this way, well, just with the line that we had, that if we come down 90 degrees, we'd go way down here.
You know which way it's pointed? Not accurately?
It is set up so that one edge is going along the shoreline here,
Okay. Yeah.
so that I
makes
can
sense.
pick up McLean Park and I can pick up Jeff Stricker up at Dextrom Road. And so the other way, if you're looking at that,
The other way is
90 degrees comes
South
down
Ray.
about like
somewhere
this.
in there. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so 120
got-
is going to
yeah.
be kind of off this way a
That's
little
pretty
bit.
good. Yeah. That's
So
pretty
we
good coverage.
really have some very good coverage.
Mhm.
The problem we have, we're at 2.4 gigahertz, we're using the Air Max products, is that we do not have enough height. Okay? So if we go at, and they used to have little things here to just root it up. Let me just back it up and let's go with 40 meters, which would be 120 feet.
Holy cow.
Okay. And the other thing I didn't find was where. Okay, so it did pick up the number of megabits. We're up to 10.5 megabits that
How much signal?
transfer. Okay,
How much signal?
signal is
81,
right up here,
85. Okay.
85, and our noise floor runs about 95.
Yeah. I'm
So you
I
got
have-
10 dB here that you're working with.
Yeah, I have one of those nano bridges, and it sits there. It says the noise floor is about 94, 95 dB. At least that's what it says.
Yeah.
The biggest thing with any of those dishes and rockets is the things that kill the signal. What I found when installing them for shore waves was the pine trees.
Pine trees will do it. Yep.
The pine trees, when the leaves are out, and water, they really affect the signal levels.
Okay. On the 2.4 gigahertz.
On the 2.4 gig.
Yeah. Okay. Did you
Yes.
work with the 5.8 at all?
We did work with 5.8s, yes.
Okay.
And that still played an effect with things. Was the pine needle density, the water, the signal bouncing off the water level, and also the leaves coming out in the spring.
In the spring, it's going
Yeah,
to affect it.
that really affected the signal quality.
Mm-hmm.
But if you put it up high enough, whether you had to make an extension from a 10-foot pole and stuck it way up on top of the tower and just drilled it in so you get it up high enough,
Get another 10 feet. Makes
yeah,
a world of
get
difference.
another 10 feet, you got it up there.
Yeah.
Now, that would be the thing to do. That was just what we had to do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're talking going up, 40 meters total, that's really high.
That's
Yeah.
120 feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I
that's-
mean, we can bring it down. Note that we're at 10.5
Sure.
megabits. Okay. We can change the channel width here. Okay, to 10 megahertz,
Mhm.
and jumps up to 14.7 megabits per second.
Yep.
Okay. Now, 10 is the highest we can go on the the -2 channel frequency.
Yep.
Okay, because it's centered at 2397, I believe, and if you come down 5 on either side, if you go below 2390, you're out of the ham bands. Okay, so anyhow, what we want to do is try and run it at the 10 megahertz level, but I don't have as really a good understanding as I'd like. But if you come down to the 500 or the 5 megahertz bandwidth, you're dropping your data rate, but I believe you're increasing your reliability.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would make sense.
Yeah. Now, where those two lines cross on the graph to effective throughput, I'm not quite sure.
because the narrower the channel width that you're working with, the less noise that your receiver has to deal
It
with.
has to deal with,
The narrow-
okay.
Narrower you can make it, less noise.
Yeah.
You know, noise is inversely
Mhm.
proportional to bandwidth. The wider
Yeah.
the bandwidth, the more noise, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, just for grins, let's take a jump up here and let's look at 5 gigahertz, okay?
That'll make a lot of difference because probably because the Fresnel zone is that much narrower than you can.
Yeah, and this is something that I don't understand what's happening with the software here. Okay? Because we've got Rocket M5s there now, and we got a channel with, I don't see the capacity, and I'm seeing that the signal strength is,
It is because your antenna gain
oh,
way
okay,
down, yeah.
that's what's
Yeah,
happening,
yeah.
okay. So let's go with,
Something that you can realize.
yeah,
and
let's try
actually,
16.
I would think at that frequency, you could realize more gain, you know, with the same size antennas.
Okay, so 24?
Probably not with.
Well, let's just
probably
plug
not that
24
much.
in for
Okay, we can put something in
conversation.
there.
Okay, so then we're up to 13.52 megabits.
Okay.
Okay, but it also thins down the Fresnel zones.
And that's because you double the frequency, or when you went to a higher frequency, that's gonna make the Fresnel zone narrower. You're more approaching light.
Okay,
You know, the higher frequency you go, the narrower.
the
is
narrower
is
that
the
Fresnel zone is.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, the lower you drop in frequency, the wider the Fresnel zone is, and anything in the Fresnel zone is going to interfere with your signal.
sure, okay,
See,
okay.
it,
Now, practical experience, what's happened here? Keith climbed the tower and put up a nano bridge pointing down toward Tear Lake. And we really weren't able to get that to work.
climbed
Okay.
the Osceola Tower, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Pointed a nano bridge at you.
A nano bridge down here at
Okay.
Tear Lake, okay?
Okay.
But what we also did was he took a nano station up there and put it about 5 feet higher, up on the mast underneath the 2-meter antenna. And I was able to see it,
You're right on the edge.
right on
You're
the
right-
edge, yeah.
Because the nano station runs 600 milliwatts of power, where the nano bridge is only running 200 milliwatts of power.
Ah,
6 dB difference.
6 dB
6
difference,
dB.
okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's
An
that's
extra boost
that's
of
a
power.
lot. You know, 6 dB right there.
Okay,
Right
now
there.
what I need to figure out is the antenna gain, how antenna gain and the transmit power, okay, interact. What you're saying is that I didn't mean to click on that, but the nano bridge was how many? 18 dB, I think.
Okay, so
Okay,
so,
and
so,
the nano station is 11.
so the nano bridge is a 200 milliwatt transmitter, and it has an 18 dBi gain antenna on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me go back.
So are you still at 3 gigahertz, or you're back down to 2.4?
Let me go back down to the 2.4 gigahertz again. 2.4.
Yeah, you should be able to do some playing here to figure out, you know, how much higher you need to be, or how much more gain you need to be.
Okay, so
And instead of using the nano bridge, you could use your rocket with one of those 24 dB gain barbecue dishes would help. That would give you more gain.
but then you only have single polarity.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Then you don't have the dual polarity, which would help out bandwidth, but at least you've got a link.
Yeah. Okay.
That so you could boost that. You could put 24 dB gain there with one of those barbecue dish antennas,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can play with height to see how much height you need
Okay.
to do something.
I'm going to take this one and drop it down to a nano station by going to 11 dB. Okay, and then I got the rocket up there. Okay, so let me just do. I'll take this guy and run
Yeah,
him up
'cause I think
here.
nanostations are the same power. I think nanostations are 600 milliwatts.
Yes, I
I think
believe
they
so.
are. Okay.
Okay, this is about right here is where Jeff lives.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere around in there. Yeah.
Okay, so
And
we
that's
want
where about where Gary lives. At
yeah,
least
Gary's
well,
up in that
back
area.
up.
We're going to come back here and pull that up.
So we're going Centennial.
We're going to Centennial right now. Yeah.
Mhm. You can do any good there.
Okay, there's the hut. Okay. And let me go grab my guy. Okay. So a big
it's
Galoy
right up in
right about
there
right there.
somewhere. Yeah.
First and Adams, I think, is that street.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, now note how the green line comes on, so that
Ah, it likes that.
it likes that.
Okay.
If you have a red line, it means that you ain't gonna make it.
Okay.
If you've got the gold line, it means that you're impacted. And if you got the green line, you should be pretty
Okay.
good.
But that's still with a height of 40 meters.
Usually, isn't there should be a chart on here too, right? Rain chart.
Okay, I'm gonna drop that one to 10. Okay. And we'll bring this up to 10 here. Okay, so we get using the rocket out at Tear Lake and the nano station up at Stanville, Staniel Heights rather, we can do 8.45 megabits is what's predicted.
Okay. And that's with only a 10-meter height antenna?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
With antenna gain of only 11 dBi, and you can probably do something better than
That's
that.
that's the nano
Oh,
station.
that's the built-in antenna on the nano station, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I've done this.
That's
No.
right, you went up there and
Yeah.
put the pole up, didn't you?
Stuart
That's
and I
right.
went up, we put the
Okay.
pole up, and
Mhm.
I got this 40-foot pole swinging in the wind, so, but we actually made phone calls back, call home, and, I didn't have the camera hooked up, so we didn't do that, but we did make a good quality, phone call down this way.
Even with the gold line, you're still.
Yes, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because it's,
Well, because 10 meters is not 40 feet either, so.
10 meters is a little over 30.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, now what we're looking at is going up there with a tower that will be, say, 60 feet. Okay, so, but just for grins, let me put in 80 feet. Or not 80 feet, not 80 feet would be 20, let's go 25 meters.
25 meters would be, yeah, or about 80.
There you go. Now you got a green line.
Okay. So now we've got the green line, and we'll go back up here. And for whatever reason,
It didn't change that.
it didn't seem to change the speed.
Oh, I wonder why, huh?
Yeah, and I've had a few of these situations, and I don't know, okay, what's going on.
Yeah. See how the Fresnel zone clears. Now, the nice part about that is the Fresnel zone just barely clears.
Just barely
the hill.
clears the
Yep.
hillside coming out.
Yep. Yep, so that's what you want.
Yeah.
That's, you're trying to,
And
And,
what's the difference between the solid line and the dotted line of that?
The solid line is the direct link. The dotted green lines is the Fresnel zone. The
oh,
Fresnel zone is
Yeah.
what actually is the signal itself can be interrupted by trees or
Yeah.
brush.
Right, I understand that. So, but the dotted green line is the actual Fresnel zone?
Yes.
well, no, there's two different bands in the Fresnel zone. And I can't remember what you call them, but there's, basically, you're looking at three lines here. The blue line is line of sight
Right.
between the antennas, and this is the first, whatever it's called,
oh, Okay.
in the Fresnel zone,
Okay,
and then
and
there's
then-
the second one, which is the solid. Okay.
Well, actually, it tells you right there, 60% clearance zone, first for now.
Oh, wow, if we read the,
Yeah,
if we
well,
read,
see, I'm way over here and I
Thank you.
can't read.
Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Keith.
I'm reading through the computer, through the
Through
live
video
stream.
there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stan's watching through
Sixty
that.
percent
Yeah.
clearance zone, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Now, Jonathan has done some things, and when you get up here, that state tower is right about where the hand is right now. Okay, that's up on the hill there.
Whose tower is that? Did you say?
State of Michigan's got a big tower up there.
Is that who owns that tower?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a state-owned tower.
It's a
And
state-
then right
oh, okay.
here, Shorewaves has got a power pole with a couple antennas on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
So.
it's about a 70 to 80 foot tall tower. Power pole, old Coast Guard tower.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And the guy that owns that is his first name is Gary. I forgot. He actually lives just down the street from that pole.
Oh, he owns that power pole.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not a shorewave zone pole.
Okay. Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any possibilities we can get on that pole?
Probably if you went talk to the owner.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
would save a lot of fiddling around up there.
Would you
certainly.
take the task of getting us a name and phone number?
I sure can.
Okay, great, great.
Yeah.
Yeah, because from here with the 40-foot pole on the back of my my Highlander, we turned it around and went up toward the Keweenaw, and I could not get signal. I've got the dish up there, and I couldn't get signal. Okay, but there's from where we were here, it's uphill a ways, and then it's also trees. Okay. Now, Jonathan is interested in contacting Stan, and I don't know if he has yet or not, about having a PastiNet service coming off of Stan's property, okay? And then we would end up with a, co-located PastiNet and mesh network. As I've done a number of these calculations, from Stan's property, you can go almost anywhere you need to. It is really, really good with a 60-foot tower.
Right.
Okay, but 60 feet isn't all that bad with Young Lakes.
Hint, hint.
Yeah, I'm limited to a 6-foot step ladder on the first 2 stairs, so that tells you how good I am at this stuff. Okay.
You just make the cables up. I'll get up
I'll
there.
do cables. I can do cables. Okay. Now let's just take it. Say, okay, from Stan's place, I think that you're about there.
Yeah, you're darn close. Very, very close.
Okay.
And there's some signal there, huh? Probably if you expanded Keith's end of it, you could find his a little more accurately. Because aren't you pretty much on the side of the hill? Doesn't the
I'm on
building-
top of the hill.
You're on top of the hill. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So makes you
I've got him at 40 feet.
okay. So you can get there a little closer and a little more accurately get his where he is.
Location.
Let's do that. Okay, can you help me there, Keith?
He can coach you. You probably
Go
have to get-
across the roadway. About in there. Some might be a little bit more to your left.
Look how the line turned green.
Yeah. Yeah.
Up the hill.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you might be on the top of the hill up by Hadia Road, though, and that is probably another 30 feet higher than what I am.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Can you make that little bigger?
If you change the layer to a satellite view,
Right here.
and go satellite, should have a little zoom right into that area. Yeah, see, that's how off we are. Okay,
Where
So
we
where are
going?
you?
Go farther to the left.
The left would be this way.
Yep, keep going, keep going, keep going. Right there, just about.
Still green.
Yep.
Yeah, still got a green line.
That's
So
good.
Okay, but see, you're pushing the
how much
limits
signal
of those
does it-
devices.
Oh, that's really a low signal though.
Yeah.
You still got a green signal at minus 103 dBm?
How tall are you there? What do you got? What do you got?
This
keep
is
that?
39 feet.
Okay.
I think it is.
You
Okay.
can't.
But let's look at a 5 gigahertz now. Whoop,
Oop.
whoop. And let's go with a 24 dB gain antenna. And this is where I'm confused.
Yeah, that you would think that would change.
That thing, you'd think that would really, really make a difference. Okay.
Well, could it be that power bridge there just simply isn't calibrated to give us
Okay.
any numbers, maybe?
Let's go with 19 dB, see what we get. That's a nano beam.
But you could put your mouse over that and change what it is on the number.
Yeah, okay. That's a Rocket M5 right now. And what is it? Oop. With a sector antenna up at Stan's place.
Is there any options for that light beam?
Uh,
Anything better than that? It's an AirGrid M5. Just do a hypothetical air fiber.
Okay, let's go to
I was gonna say you'd probably want to use an air fiber if you're going from stands.
Yeah.
yeah, air
I mean-
fiber.
Air fiber to reach that,
Okay.
that'd probably be the best.
So what's the difference between, I'm not familiar with between Air Max and Air Fiber.
Air fiber is meant for more of a longer distance, straight path, but more stable connection for better.
Yeah.
And a better connection.
You're not doing any sector antennaing.
It's meant to be
You're gonna
a
point
to point.
Point to point. You
Point.
focus them, and then
It'd be like our backbone.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's your
Okay.
your main line. That's
So you're still not getting the capacity.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
So there's some things with
Is
this.
your numbers up above that too high to get a?
You
Well,
just
see,
don't
like
have
the
much
antenna
signal.
gain looks like it's blanked out.
that's weird.
Okay, so anyhow,
Your signal strength, is that too high to have a capacity maybe? Is that why it's?
okay, now the minus 95.
That's
is
extremely poor.
basically
That-
where our
that's-
noise level is.
Yeah.
Right.
Our
that's
signal
really a
should
low
be
sig-
up around minus 50 or 60 ideally.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Is that so such a high number that your low number actually that your capacity is not going to work?
I don't see where it's working here, because see,
That's
we're
what I'm
not
saying, 'cause you
seeing.
got too much. You got too much noise.
Yeah. I don't know why the line is, why is the green line still on there? Is it hasn't caught up to that or?
Yeah, something isn't jiving here.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so I did
Oh.
an F5 to refresh
Oh.
the screen.
That's strange.
Yeah, there's sometimes this thing seems to automatically say, hey, he changed something, let me recompute it for him and make it happen. So, but your receive level, all this stuff is right down and basically at the noise, I think at the noise level, or
Yeah.
not.
I would say so.
Is
I
it-
could see that's not functional.
Is it because of distance? Is it too far?
There may be something to do with distance there.
Move your
Long
point.
shot.
Move your Centennial Heights point to the 315.
Got good clearance of the zone, of the Fresnel zone. Now it's just a long way away.
very well might. What is the distance from the 315 site to Isle Royal, roughly?
Round
Less than-
numbers 50 miles.
Yeah, I was gonna say less than.
So from my house
65.
straight down is about,
You're looking at 66 kilometers.
okay,
62 kilometers is,
It's 1.25 miles.
yeah, it's 1.61 kilometers per mile. So we're looking at 40 some
Miles, yeah.
round numbers.
45, yeah.
if they can establish the link on Isle Royal, I can't foresee there being an issue with from my house to,
Yeah.
you know, there's certainly something wrong with the program.
Yeah.
And I've used an M5 or M2 at 800 milliwatts, and I was able to make a pretty successful connection to the 315 site from my house.
Okay.
Just using an omnidirectional antenna
Yeah.
at both ends.
Okay. So anyhow, I do kind of see, Staniel Heights as a key place for us.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And then, whether or not you go to Marquette, whoop, I didn't mean to drag it. Whether or not you go down to Marquette Ishpeming from the 315 site, or whether we have a better path from Staniel Heights, I don't know.
You said water really kills this stuff though.
If you're like at this level for water, you have to be down lower. It's the radio waves bouncing to the dish. You gotta
Yeah.
be lower.
Yeah, I think that would probably give you a problem going over Keweenaw Bay to the 315 site.
Okay, now the
Odd
other,
things happen with the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sometimes. Well,
Sometimes it's in your favor, sometimes it's not in your favor.
if you're right next to the water, like here, it's usually down below or lower to the water.
yeah, now,
As with this stuff,
let me,
Well, now it's giving you a number up there.
yeah, it is.
Are you at Herman?
I went to Herman,
Okay,
and I have no idea where I'm at Herman right now, but
you just pinpointed a location.
I just,
Yeah, see if you can.
but see, now the interesting thing is that we've got a red line.
link obstructed.
Well, you're probably in the hole at the 315. No, no, you're in Herman. Okay,
Yeah, you are in the
you possibly might be
permanent.
behind the first main hill in Herman.
Yeah, okay.
Doesn't like that spot. There's something right there in the way. Huh?
This is neat though, because you can find that sweet spot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
what
Yeah.
you're doing is trying to save a bunch of miles.
Yeah.
Right. And then you
Okay.
pinpoint.
You see where that little, if you zoom in a little bit to Herman, there should be a little chunk of property that you'll see. It should be green. It actually should be slightly above the Herman
Up in here?
tag there, yes. That's where the state property is currently. It's not showing up on here for some reason.
Okay, there's Lottie Road, there's...
Okay, so about where your mouse is, or was,
Here.
that's the main hill in Herman where the 6-7 site would have been,
Okay.
and where the state tower is now. So
Okay,
that's,
so just up off the end of Herman.
Yeah.
If that stays where it's at. Now, I should be able to do it this way.
and just,
And
yeah.
just bring this guy over like thus and such. Okay, and then roll that in.
Still got a ways over. See where that Herman Lookout Tower thing is?
Yeah,
Right there is basically the site.
okay.
It's close. It's not quite.
We'll put it right on the road
Yeah.
there.
I think that's where the 6-7 was.
Okay. Okay, so here we go now. And see, it's not showing capacity.
That's,
Let me, but the line turned green. So there's something that's going on with the software? Let's see what happens if I go up and do 20.
Does it allow you to do anything with the enhanced TX modeling up there? Does it have anything that happens? Doesn't look like it.
It doesn't look like it.
Okay.
So I'm trying to understand whether or not, there's an issue here.
Maybe try AirFiber X. Click one of those and see if anything. No, nothing.
Oh,
There we. Well, it did something
Okay,
now.
let's get a grant for AirFiber FX.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're showing 103.6 megabytes.
I think it's like $5,000 for each one of them.
Yeah,
4
from
or
Gratiot
$5,000.
Lake down to Herman.
I mean, it's doable in the grant aspect, but now it's giving us numbers.
Okay, now I went back to the AirFiber X.
I think it's just catching up.
Maybe,
There-
yeah, how about
there's-
back to air fiber now?
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so there, I think you gotta
Yeah,
play with
okay.
this a
Yeah.
little bit
Okay.
to trigger it to update.
It could be your browser since you're using Internet Explorer. Internet Explorer can be tricky to some of these softwares.
Yeah, this is the Edge.
Yeah.
Yeah. which
Yeah.
is
Well,
not-
yeah. It's basically the new glorified Internet Explorer.
And the reason I'm using this, I was using Chrome forever,
hmm
but I've got some sort of a virus or something that comes on that's Microsoft has determined that you've got all
Oh,
kinds of
Oh yeah.
crap on there,
Ransomware.
ransomware, and Edge catches it, and
Yep.
it knows it's a bad site, so
Yep.
I says, just don't go there.
Yep.
Where Chrome, I've got to take and do the Task Manager and kill it through Task Manager, which kills everything else on the screen.
Yep.
So anyhow, that's why we're here.
People have been picking that up over Facebook recently.
What's that?
It's really bad. That Microsoft crap.
Yeah, okay. So anyhow, we do have some options here to go make that lake. Okay, and then,
Then from there we can go over to the 2.7 site from Herman. Go into Marquette.
okay.
Can you add multiple links to this, or is it just 1 to 2?
Yeah, all you can do is one.
Each one.
Point to
And-
point, and then at
Yeah.
the main hub, essentially.
Whoa!
Uh-oh.
Just in time, if it's who I think it is.
It sure sounded like it.
Hey, take off your coat and get ready to go to work.
Just another day.
Hello, Jonathan.
Hi, how you doing?
So how's the view from the hill?
You mean Centennial Heights?
No, Lake Bailey or wherever you were?
Oh, not there yet.
Oh, you
Four
haven't got...
track is broken, so they're working on the Copper Harbor Fire Department's 4 track is broken.
Okay,
And apparently the drifts are too big for a sled yet. So,
okay.
oh, so we're working on it.
How would you like to be set up here? Would you like me to get you a table?
No, I don't need a table. Do you have an HDMI cable though?
I have one here. Do you
I've got one in the truck I could grab.
bring it on in? Why don't you pull up? You want to pull up at the table?
Sure, I can do that.
Yeah.
Is there a power outlet?
Right here. Just a basic one.
Okay.
We're doing emergency data network planning up in Hope.
Realize how filthy my screen is.
Yeah, I had to flush mine off before I came through it. Let's close it up when I got it just right. Whoa, is that dirty?
I have reflection where I sit. I can't see all that.
Fingerprints
It's
and
easier to see the screen. We can drop the blinds behind you.
Oh, I'm okay. I'll be looking up here anyway. So.
Okay.
Well, you're doing the same thing.
Well, I'm doing it with the Aero S. Okay. But it's point to point,
Yes.
where it'd be nice to be able to look at multiples.
You can do that in Radio Mobile.
But it is kind of weak still in radio
Yeah.
mobile. All it does is combined Cartesian coverage.
There you
Where-
Okay, so
All right.
That should be pretty good cable, I hope.
Oh, yeah.
Long enough, so that's a plus.
Yeah, it's nice to have it long enough on both ends. I've had a lot of things that are long enough on one end.
Oh no!
Family oriented.
Oh,
You got the Apple.
I didn't bring
Take
the
the
dongle.
plastic end off. That goes there.
You didn't bring what?
That's the glory of having an Apple computer.
I hadn't even thought about that. I haven't done a remote screen in so long.
Are you using the Radio Mobile on the computer or online?
On the computer.
Okay,
I
But
could,
it's just a folder.
it is. If
Yeah.
we sent it to Randy, we might be able to do it that way.
Sure.
yes.
We could do that. Although it's a big folder.
We'll come back,
Anybody
save
got
battery.